Hi, I'm Dave Ward at CKMS Radio 102.7 FM in Waterloo, Ontario.
Hello everyone, my name is Jackson Reed, and I'm the host of Guess That Record, a podcast that's all about music. Each week I'll be having an in-depth interview with a special guest about their career and experiences. Then they have to figure out which album I pulled from my collection, leading into a discussion about the record. It's a lot of fun, and if you're a fan of music, then this is the show for you. Tune in on Wednesdays for new episodes and see if you too can guess that record.
Guess That Record airs alternate Wednesdays at 11 a.m. on CKMS-FM 102.7 Radio Waterloo.
Indigenous people, shine your light, we are equal. I remember the days when our prayers were illegal. I remember the days when being Indian was lethal. Yeah, we had a rough past, but get ready for the sequel. Get ready for the glorious comeback of our people. Oh yeah, rise up, all you warriors of love, all you answers to the prayers of our ancestors from above. I can feel it in my heart, can you feel it in your blood? I can hear the seventh fire calling us to wake up, wake up. All nations rise, rise up, cause now's your time. We don't have to hide anymore, cause now's the time. All nations rise, rise up, cause now's your time. We don't have to hide anymore, cause now's the time. With forgiveness as my bow and my prayers as my arrows, pull them back and let go. I watch them fly like sparrows, have hope. Yeah, have hope. With compassion as my shield and faith down to my marrow, I will walk the pollen path even when it gets narrow. Yeah, I resurrect. Yes, you can bet that we seen the single mama raising children on the res. We seen domestic violence tear apart what we have left. We seen the alcohol take it all and leave us dead. We seen the children take their lives when they can't take the dread anymore. It's a war. Can't take the dread anymore. It's a war. No, we can't take the dread anymore. It's a war. No, we can't take the dread anymore. It's a war, but we've seen it all before. And now we know we can change it, cause that's why we were born. We know we are the ones that we have been waiting for. We are the ones Grandma has been praying for. So rise up, all you warriors of love, all you answers to the prayers of our ancestors from above. I can feel it in my heart, can you feel it in your blood? I can hear the seventh fire calling us to wake up, wake up. Pueblo hermoso, levántense, es nuestro tiempo. No tienes que esconderte más, ahora es nuestro tiempo. Mujer indígena, tú eres tan sagrada. Traigas medicina de tu suelo todavía. A pesar del abuso de tu cuerpo y tu tierra, respetamos tus ancestros y la suya cultura. Hombre indígena, tú eres honorable y yo veo la fuerza que todavía sobrevive. A pesar del abuso de tu raza venerable, yo respeto tus ritos, tus danzas, tus padres. Somos guerreros del amor y guerreros de la paz, y no vamos a escondernos más. Somos guerreros del amor y guerreros de la paz, y no vamos a escondernos más. They say
that history is written by the victors. But how can there be a victor when the war isn't over? The battle has only just begun, and Creator is sending his very best warriors. And this time, it isn't Indians versus cowboys. No, this time, it is all the beautiful races of humanity together on the same side, and we are fighting to replace our fear with love. And this time, bullets, arrows, and cannonballs won't save us. The only weapons that are useful in this battle are the weapons of truth, faith, and compassion.
You are listening to CKMS 102.7 FM Radio Waterloo, and that was Lyla June with All Nations Rise. We are Two White Feather, Lori Gentle Eagle, Cedar, Rogue, Arrow, and Rufus, all of the members of the Emotional Support Wolf Pack. This is the Red Road Journey, where we aim to amplify Indigenous voices to heal ourselves, our relatives, our communities, and our planet. We are broadcasting from the traditional territories of the Neutral, Anishinaabe, and Haudenosaunee people. And we are back this week. Apologies for missing last week. Both Two White Feather and I are in the midst of a move, and it hasn't been a smooth one. I know many of you would agree that moves never are smooth, but we have been met with many challenges. And we've decided that this particular show is going to be all about the power of community to help people through challenges such as the ones that we're still working our way out of. I wanted to start today off with a few poems, and the first poem is by At the Rose Speaks. Quote, I want us to be more mindful of telling people to just love themselves. Sometimes a person isn't missing self-love. Sometimes they're missing community love. Sometimes they need the love of their village, because in all honesty, we were never meant to go through so much alone. Love that one. And the next one has a similar message here. Vulnerability doesn't mean telling others what happened to us from across a cafe table or from behind a microphone, and then going home from the experience feeling just as alone as you did before. Vulnerability means allowing your human heart blanket to get sewn to other heart blankets. It's about connection. We don't share for status. We do it for synergy. We don't confess for clout. We do it to build community. We tell our tale to invite others to tell theirs. It's the sacred cycle of storytelling. We gather in a circle of trust and say, here is my journey. Then we listen to the other journeys that are shared. We take space. Then we give space. We pour. Then we absorb. We speak. Then we listen. We are storytellers. Then we are witnesses. Those words came to us from John Rodell. And next, we're going to play a song by Snow Raven. This is The Web of Life.
Whatever
Beautiful video, that one, if you have a chance to catch it. That was Snow Raven with The Web of Life. And just to bring in both Two White Feather and Lori Gentle Eagle, which is me, our traditions, I wanted to include that song and a little bit about the history of the village witch. So I'm just going to bring in some history. And it says here that destroying the village witch destroyed what was known as the community economy. The village witch wasn't just a healer or a wise woman. She was part of the economic nervous system of the entire community. Destroying her wasn't actually about her. It was about dismantling a decentralized, relational system of community care, knowledge, and sustenance, so it could be replaced by centralized authority and regulation, which was the church, the state, and the market. Community economy became state control. Sacred reciprocity became taxable services. Feminine power became an institutional threat. Community economy wasn't charity. It was how pre-modern cultures, clans, tribes, and villages survived. Local people offered their gifts, skills, medicine, magic, and talents to each other to take care of each other. The giving and receiving, the reciprocity, the mutual tending, it was not exceptional. It was expected. It wasn't framed as generosity. It was the shared ethic of interdependence and community care. And that was brought to us by Lindsay Lockett. I know we've said this before. There are many differences between the traditions and teachings of Two White Feather and myself, Lori Gentle Eagle, and there are also a lot of similarities, and we wanted to emphasize one of those similarities again in today's show, and that is of the village witch, which you just heard about, as well as this piece of information again on community care. There's a powerful word in Anishinaabe that grounds this vision and this entire discussion. Apologies for the pronunciation, but I believe it is said, Minagawazawin. As individuals, none of us has all the gifts necessary for a good life, or Minobimadazawin. Each of us depends on the gifts of others. This is true not just of the sacred gifts, but also of the more mundane gifts. The average day calls upon for sacrifice, care, labor, knowledge, skills, and abilities. Therefore, it's necessary for creation to continue that different kinds of beings, including different human societies, vary as much as we do. Ken Korshen says, "Look at how we sat in a circle, all differently. We got to sit in this way. Everyone is different and yet equal." And we always had that belief that difference is not to segregate someone as higher or lower. And so again, we see the necessity really of coming together as a community to take care of each other. Next up, we're going to hear from one of our favorites. This is Layla Staats with White Pine.
This song deserves an introduction. The Haudenosaunee call the white pine the tree of peace. The peacemaker's journey tells the story of how our nations came together and buried their hatchets, buried their weapons underneath the roots of the white pine. I took this song with me to the Wet'suwet'en territory to defend the Wenzikwa, their sacred headwaters. I remember that moment standing on that bridge with matriarchs and elders and land defenders and chiefs and watching as hundreds of police mobilized against us coming up to the bridge. There was military greens across the side with sniper rifles, attack dogs pulling at their chains, helicopters overhead. And as I watched this wall of violence coming towards us, something inside of me said, Layla, sing. And a cappella, on my own, on this broken bridge, I sang for a wall of police. I sang, even if no one listened, I sang. White pine, I come in peace. White pine, out on my rise up again. Remember the peacemaker's journey within. Brothers and sisters must rise up again. Remember the peacemaker's journey within. At the white pine, meet at the white pine. People who hate, meet at the white pine. Come pray for peace. I'm down on come pray with me. 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 Come pray. At the white
Wow. Thank you to Layla Staats for that one. That was White Pine. And a number of statements from that song stick out for me. You know, even if no one listened, she sang. Right? Calling all enemies to open your hearts and remember the peacemaker's journey. These are all elements of community care and that power to, you know, heal ourselves and each other, and of course, the planet. So the Liberatory Wellness Network posted this a bit ago, and this was something that also caught my attention and is relevant to today's show. They said, we can't out-heal the impacts of capitalism. And to that, I would add all of the other isms: colonialism, racism, sexism, heterosexism, ableism, the list goes on. They say we can stop replicating the harm by investing time and care into the community and experimenting with new methods for discovering, creating, and sharing resources. Participating in new practices deeply rooted in transformative justice and collective liberation. So while we may not be able to out-heal those impacts, we can stop replicating its harm. And, you know, I mean, it has to begin somewhere, right? So even if those are our first steps that we're taking towards the overall goal of transformative justice, it's worth it. And of course, there's many, many ways that resistance can take shape. And we're going to hear some songs very shortly reflecting that. But I just wanted to read to you about some of the ways that resistance can look like. Resistance can also go beyond marches and rallies, says The Reclaimed on Instagram. Resistance can also look like restocking your community fridge, volunteering at a feeding center, donating new items to shelters with the emphasis on new items, participating in a neighborhood cleanup, paying off a school lunch debt, offering your professional services pro bono, supporting your local libraries, attending your community meetings, council meetings, school board meetings. In other words, having a voice in what matters, supporting community actions, supporting mutual aid regularly is the key here, regularly. Community care is, of course, how we win. And next up, we're going to play some of that music about how resistance can look. And we have Drives the Common Man. And this song is called Singer, Not a Fighter.
I'm a singer.
them dumb, keep them useless. Baby, don't cry, it's just our time. You said, I'm not afraid to die tonight. Baby, don't cry, it's just our time. You said, I'm not afraid to die. She said you found me through hell, so you can find me in heaven. At least I'll take your last breath. One more kiss, one more second. Baby, don't cry, it's just our time. You said, I'm not afraid to die tonight. Baby, don't cry, it's just our time. You said, I'm not afraid to die. I can't scream, what if that's not enough? I can't sing aloud, what if that's not enough? I'm a singer, not a fighter. I'm a singer, not a fighter.
That was Drives the Common Man, singer, not a fighter. And again, some great words there, right? Certainly ones that I know that I have identified with in the last couple of weeks, just with all the frustrations that have come with the challenges that we've faced. You know, he says in that song, I can scream, but what if that's not enough, right? And, you know, walking in all four directions, getting lost at all turns. So again, identifying with that, you know, no matter which way we turned, right? Whomever we reached out for help to, and I mean, you know, systemically speaking, right? Those systems in place that were to help us with what we were going through, once again, let us down. They just weren't there for us in the ways that would help, only bring further harm. So we were very, very grateful to some of the Indigenous community members that came forward. And you know, definitely this show goes out to them with a big Chimigwich. For all that you did come together and help us through. And I know we still got a long ways to go to literally move us forward. But so appreciative because, you know, some we knew, some we did not know and have come to know, and such beautiful, beautiful people with all their gifts and their skills and abilities and resources to share. So next up, we're going to listen to another song speaking about, you know, resistance and how it can take many forms. And this is Stella Standing Bear with Genocide.
I
Stella Standing Bear with Genocide. And she says there, you can let them bullets fly, but I'm going to stay alive. And what a very resilient spirit. Okay, and next up we have Sebastian Gaskin with Brown Man.
Brown man, my skin ain't white. They could pull me from the wreckage and still shoot me in the light. I'm not an animal, I'm not a savage. I'm just a human being who needs to heal from heartache and the sadness. I am a brown man. I am a brown man. Turn off the TV, I don't wanna see it. They play it on repeat, it's just like the ending of the season. The castle is burning, the people are angry. Is coming to an end, but still I see everybody laughing. I am a brown man. I am a brown man. Someday we're gonna run far away. My skin ain't white. They could pull me from the wreckage and still shoot me in the light. I'm not an animal, I'm not a savage. I'm just a human being who needs to heal from the heartache and the sadness. I am a red man.
Okay, and this is another one where I really do encourage you to check out the video, especially at the end. There is a black man who wraps Sebastian Gaskin, the red man, in a blanket, right? A blanket of comfort, of support, right? Not unlike what community has the power to do for those who are raging, right? Or those who are grieving, those who are fearful, right? Those who are, undergoing any kind of change and in need of a helping hand. And so our next song is one from my tradition, and it is called Savage Daughter. And this is Ekaterina Shelenova singing it.
My mother's savage daughter, the one who runs barefoot, cursing sharp stones. I am my mother's savage the fire, in the curve of old bones. I am my mother's savage daughter, the one who runs barefoot, cursing sharp stones. I am my mother's savage daughter. I will not cut my hair, I will not lower my voice. My mother's child dances in the darkness. She sings heathen songs by the light of the moon, and watches the stars and renames the planets, and dreams she can reach them with a song and a broom. We are all brought forth out of darkness into this world through blood and through pain, and deep in our bones the old songs are waking, so sing them with voices of thunder and rain. We are our mother's savage daughters, the one who runs barefoot, cursing sharp stones. We are our mother's savage daughters. We will not cut our hair, we will not lower our voice.
Another great song of resilience, and whether you're a red man or a savage daughter, the fight for freedom is very real and necessary. Here is Dakota Bear with Freedom.
I'm doing this work as we can't just pray anymore. We must do something, and we need to do it now. I need to get right into this message so you feel where I'm coming from.
The people are standing together, there's power in numbers. We will not fall where you want us, we learning the laws you throwing upon us. You throw us in water, we know there's piranhas. The people they needing a leader, just know that I'm on it. I'm honest in everything that I do. Every word that I write is true. The people that get it, they know that the picture is bigger. So pull up a seat and you're listening, you putting your fist in the air. You know the resistance is here. You'll hear us off in the distance. We are the kids that you dismissed. We are the targets you just missed. We are descendants of healers and chiefs. Just know that our struggles are brief. Just know that we one and the same. I'm from the prairies, the plains. I'll go my hair out until I can braid it again. I'm no longer ashamed. I promised our people our hardships will not go in vain. You're hearing my voice and a melody carry the pain. I do not do this for money or fame. I just wanna be me. I just wanna feel free. Is that too much that we ask? Look to the future but learn from the past. I know that sometimes we clash, and it's just life. Chances ain't handed out twice. A man of my word and a man of advice. I just wanna feel free. We just wanna live our lives. We don't wanna have to worry. Tell me, can you help me? It don't seem like you've been in a hurry. You playing judge and jury. I feel I'm under siege. Get the matches, burn the sage. Chapters over, turn the page. Author of my destiny, but they telling me differently. We just wanna live our lives. We don't wanna have to worry. Tell me, can you help me? It don't seem like you've been in a hurry. I just wanna be me. I just wanna feel free. That's what we've been doing the most. I pack my suitcase and move to the coast. I promise the next time I come to the city, I'm bringing hope. I'm bringing you, and it's bigger than music. Together we started a movement. Together we stand. We shaking the earth as we moving. As soon as you look for the answer, you see the solution. Our minds are as clear as the water. As soon as you see the pollution, we want the freedom and not the illusion. We are the warriors, the ones that you're reading the stories. We are notorious. I just wanna be me. I just wanna feel free. We just wanna live our lives. We don't wanna have to worry. Tell me, can you help me? It don't seem like you've been in a hurry. You playing judge and jury. I feel I'm under siege. Get the matches, burn the sage. Chapters over, turn the page. Author of my destiny, but they telling me differently. We just wanna live our lives. We don't name is Blue Thunder. I'm from unceded, unsurrendered lands of Treaty 6, and we are now situated on the unceded and unsurrendered lands of the Coast Salish peoples.
That was the voice of our youth, Dakota Bear with Freedom, and he's an amazing man. We had the opportunity to meet him out on Six Nations a couple of years back now, but that video shows him, and also, we heard the voices of Autumn Pelche, and Greta Thunberg was in there as well, right? We just want to live our lives. We don't want to have to worry. And certainly that was a sentiment shared over the last couple of weeks as well. All right. We're coming to the end of our radio show for today, but first I wanted to circle back to the quotation that we shared at the beginning. It is definitely worth repeating here. I want us to be more mindful of telling people to just love themselves. Sometimes a person isn't missing self-love. Sometimes they're missing community love. Sometimes they need the love of their village, because in all honesty, we were never meant to go through so much alone. And that is from At the Rose Speaks on Instagram. And it reminds me of Maslow, Abraham Maslow, the psychologist that contributed significantly to the field of psychology. And, I learned a lot when I was studying in university in the field about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. What I did not know, what I wasn't told back then, many, many years ago, was that Maslow actually visited the Blackfoot people, the Siksika Nation in southern Alberta, and observed their peaceful and cooperative way of life, at least, as he contrasted it with American society in which he was immersed. And he concluded that human destructiveness and human aggression is largely culturally determined, and that it was most likely coming from the inability to meet one's basic needs, right? And so we have that hierarchy, right? That pyramid of basic needs as he sets it out: physiological, safety, love and belonging, esteem, and then at the very top he has self-actualization. What we now know is that the Siksika people viewed this need not as a hierarchy, as Maslow did, but a framework that was rooted in land, community, and spirit, and of course was very circular in nature. So, there were teachings shared by elders like Narcisse Blood and Ryan Heavy Head that talked about the Siksika model, emphasizing things like self-actualization, but community actualization and cultural continuity. Maslow borrowed from the Blackfoot people, but stripped away the community, the ceremony, and the land. Right? So it's really important to give credit where credit's due and return to systems that center relationality over individualism. And once you know your role in community, to use it. Use it in a good way to support community thriving, where elders, ceremonies, kinship systems all uphold this layer that we know as community actualization. We need to remember that well-being is collective and not individual. So that was a new learning for me with regard to Abraham Maslow and his contributions to psychology. So again, reaching back to the wisdom of the elders and using that to move forward today. And next, we're going to play a song by Supaman, Know Better, Do Better.
Surviving genocide, fighting for a better life. They try to set aside the true history and keep us mystical. They say they founded this country on biblical principles. It's so cynical, but I'm an analyst. It's murderous, they refer to us as merciless. Indian savages, now that's written in the Declaration of Independence. That's no kidding. Hey, open up your heart, let love lead the way. Light your path with the words that I speak today. Let the lessons flow, arrive and bless your soul. Systematic racism alive, intentional. Know better, do better, it's the motto. It's the good medicine, the hard pill to swallow. Know better, do better, it's the motto. It's the good medicine, the hard pill to swallow.
His daily life was filled with ceremony, and every act had some significance. The Indians believed in the spiritual, the mysterious.
That was Supaman, Know Better, Do Better. And that certainly is the medicine. So we're going to go out today with Logan Staats and his new one entitled Medicine Wheel. And before we do that, again, to White Feather, and I want to extend a thank you, Chimikwich, to all those, again, in the Indigenous community and outside of that who came together to help us through a very difficult time. Whether it was coming up with some money for additional moving costs that we didn't anticipate, lifting help, not just myself with limited mobility, but Two White Feather was injured in a hit and run accident during this time, if you can believe that one, right out front the new house. There were people who provided emotional support and lit a fire for us, made sure we had something to drink, right, that was full of medicine. People that, welcomed our dogs into their home with many of the dogs that they themselves had, just so that we could sit quietly and, regroup for a little bit. We had people who came in to help us with some repairs in the older house, and it was just wonderful. There were just so many ways that people contributed to help keep this going for us. So again, Shimigwech, and we will see you next week. But here is Logan Staats, one of my favorites, with Medicine Wheel.
Sage grows in the ditches, a cedar grows in the shade. Tobacco gets turned to ash before we even pray. The sweet grass dries and dies before we twist it into braids. And that old wheel keeps on turning each and every day. And that old forsaken town, it's built on sacred ground. And you call it your new home, well, we call it our tombstone. This merry-go-round, it's on a burial ground. There's fire in our water, there's poison in our veins. And sage grows in the ditches, the seed grows in the shade. Tobacco gets turned to ash before we even pray. The sweetness dries and dies before we twist it into braids. That old wheel keeps on turning each and every day. A pistol and a bloodstained Bible, you telling me love's my rival. And you call us some heathens for the things that we believe in. Everything you're preaching goes against our teachings. After all the pain I've witnessed, still sure you forget it. Sage grows in the ditches, the seed grows in the shade. Tobacco gets turned to ash before we even pray. The sweetness dries and dies before we twist it into braids. That old wheel keeps on turning each and every day. Medicine wheel keeps spinning round and round. That medicine wheel keeps spinning round and round.
Hey, this is Matthew Chaffee, and you're listening to CKMS 102.7 Radio Waterloo, your community-powered station for great music.
Standing up against racism is an ongoing battle. How will you help?
I will employ an intersectional anti-racist lens to support the racialized community as they exercise their human rights.
I will refuse to be silenced, and I will help others raise their voices against hate.
I will listen, learn, speak up, and take action.
This message is brought to you by the Canadian Anti-Racism Youth Coalition. Visit caryc.ca for more information about how you can stand up and speak out.
Join Love Your Neighbor Communities as we present A Link Christmas, a multimedia light and music extravaganza. Enjoy the sights and sounds of Christmas featuring June 8, Annette Hector, Lisa Hagen and the local vocals, and Let It Be Christmas, the Christmas